Hello everyone, my name is Dylan Govell, and I'm here to talk about irrational customer decisions. So when most people think about irrational customers, they think it's very impossible to get through their heads and more or less make them purchase one of their products or services. However, irrationality is actually very predictable. And if irrational customer behavior is predictable, then for marketers, it's an opportunity. The top line takeout is that customers are not rational actors, but irrational reactors, which means basically reacting to the environmental stimuli, and they're also fast and prudent, which means that they will do things that are often smart but very senseless. But we all know the human mind is very difficult to interpret. The human mind uses comparative thinking to make decisions, comparing options, comparing to others, and all sorts of irrational behaviors. For example, you can use a decoy effect to boost sales of a product by adding a decoy product to your product line that you don't intend to sell, but has extreme pricing, either much higher or much lower than the virtually identical products. This will boost sales of a product, and that were previously the highest or lowest priced, as they are comparatively cheaper. Also, there's actually a fallacy of supply and demand and other irrational consequences of comparative thinking. For example, anchoring has a major long-term effect on willingness to pay. We have behavioral anchors too, like the experience of a Starbucks coffee becomes an anchor point into which we compare all other cafe experiences. For instance, if you go to Starbucks and you really like it, next time you go to a coffee place, you're going to compare it to that. And if you don't like it, you're going to compare it. And so if it's better, you're like, oh, I'm not going to go to Starbucks anymore because this place is a lot better. Now, on to more social norms. The zero cost effect is a source of irrational excitement. Customers will trade up and pay more just to be able to get a free gift or bonus, such as free shipping. Personally, when I go online shopping, I will much rather choose the option that I have either like 10% off or some kind of discount. And they'll wait in line for absurdly long times or to go to extraordinarily long lengths to get something for free, like Black Friday and all the discounts they have there. But for example, Amazon rolled out free shipping across markets. Sales increased accordingly. Free is definitely the most valuable word in marketing. Now, on to two types of norms. The first is social norms, and the second is market norms. And market norms understand the norms at play and don't mix the two. For example, encourage customers to spread the word to help their friends, but don't pay them to do it. Shilling to friends breaks social norms. Use social norms instead, where possible, rather than create new market norms with financial rewards or fines. They have a tendency to definitely backfire. When a school tried to reduce late arriving parents by issuing fines, the problem got way worse, not better. The fine created a market norm and definitely paid for a transaction that legitimized the undesirable behavior. Alright, on to customer interests. In a state of excitement, people definitely behave differently, such as kids going to a store and seeing, oh, look how cool this thing is, or I want this. Willingness to engage in different sexual activities changes based on state of arousal. Takeout. Emotional states trump rational thinking. It's easier to sell to consumers when they're excited about a product. If they're not excited, they're not buying it. And that's why consumers have bad planning, because they go to the store and they don't plan on getting something, but because of their excitement, they end up getting it. Okay, and on to compelling customers. Even in their best interest, consumers are bad at planning for themselves. And the worst, follow through with the plan. Consumers are irrational, insofar they overvalue things once they own them. This is because we suffer from loss aversion. Consumers feel compelled to preserve options, even at great expense, energy, time, and money, even when it doesn't make sense. Experience. Expensive brands definitely make someone want to buy it. And the expectations will trigger whether someone will buy the product or not. And let's be honest, people and honesty with themselves when it comes to purchasing don't always go hand in hand. And last and least, the most important part of this, marketing strategy. It is best to attack someone's behavior more than beliefs because behavior might be irrational, but in some cases it's predictable and it will help you sell your product.